I think that other producers and creators, in fact, I think that other people and most people in the business of theater, in the business of presenting, in the business of production would benefit greatly from this class. My name is Mike Oquendo, and I am a producer and creator of comedy, music, and theater here in Chicago, throughout the Midwest and New York. Communication skills are very, very important as a creator, as a producer, and they're very important on many, many levels. Obviously, the one that sticks out the most is, contractual communications, right? When some people make a mistake in communication, it could be something very simple, but a lot of cases, and in real cases where I've made some mistakes in communication, they have cost me either money or legal trouble, because obviously communication and two people or two systems or two organizations having an understanding of what is to be delivered and what is to be designed are very, very important. My experience going through the course was really, really, honestly, a refresher. I'm not going to tell you my age, but I've been doing business for a long time, and probably the last time I had any type of a refresher in communication, a refresher in speaking, a refresher, in active listening, was probably, 30 years ago. And so it was really, really enlightening to be able to take this course at this point in my life. Was really, really rewarding. I learned a lot of stuff that I knew that I needed to catch up on, and I learned, more importantly, a lot of the behaviors that I practice in communication that may have been causing me some problems. And up until I saw the course, I thought they were absolutely normal. Now I understand why the people who responded the way they did. It wasn't that I didn't have a good product. It wasn't that that I was not a good business person, but maybe that my communication was off. Some of the things that I learned from the course that were really important to me is that listening is super, 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 super important for communication. Communication that goes around, communication between two people, communication between two systems, communication between an idea of thinking. And listening is super, super important. It's something that a lot of times we get caught up in the delivery of the message, and we don't really take time for the listening of the message with whoever we're communicating. Active listening is so important. And that really, to me, was so valuable to hear that again and to hear it broken down and to get real examples of those failures and how that fails and how that hurts us. When you are the person speaking, when you are the person presenting, when you are the person selling, a lot of times you think, I have the product, I am the God, right? And that is not the case. I think that other producers and creators, in fact, I think that other people and most people in the business of theater, in the business of presenting, in the business of production would benefit greatly from this class. And the reason, again, is why? Because we're in the business of, delivering something that's going to be presented to a broader audience, right? How much are we cheating our audience by not preparing ourselves as producers, to communicate correctly with directors, with writers, to see visions of those other groups? Yeah, let me explain something really quick. Most of what I do, and I tell people this, is from the direct result of the feedback of the audience. And so it's very important for them to see those results, that feedback on my stages. If an audience member tells me, hey, this is the feeling I got from this, or this is the feeling I got from that, I write all that down. I go back and I write all that down and I communicate that to the team. Sometimes when I do that, the rest of the team is not ready for that communication. Why? The defense is up. If I say, the lighting could have been a little different, right? Automatically, well, what's wrong with my lighting? What happened with my lighting? Oh my God, my lighting is usually perfect. So was it my way of communicating that came off wrong, or was it their way of communicating that came off wrong? And I think so often, so much can be resolved, right, by simply just taking that extra moment, taking that extra pause, that extra breath, and saying, hey, we have to talk about this. The problem is, a lot of times, we're not skilled in talking. I have some really strong advice for anybody watching this. I absolutely love the course. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not trying to sell you the course. I have no direct benefit from this at all. But here is the deal. If you're a young entrepreneur, if you're a person who now is in a position, right now, to grow and build a business, take this course now. I want you to know something. I built a business, a successful business, and I've had a great run and continue to have a great run, but I have absolutely no formal education, none. I always say, imagine the further success I may have had with more training, with more skill training, and with more education. However, just so you know, communication is the education. Because I've learned over the years that when I'm in, listen, I've negotiated all my contracts, and I've negotiated contracts with theaters on Broadway in New York City, and I've negotiated segments with television in Chicago and in New York. And here's what I want you to know. It was all through communication. It is extremely important now in your career to take this class in which your communication skill set is improved, because that is going to be the number one thing that you're going to need no matter where you end up.